Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Tokyo for today's daily challenge. The speed limit is increased on bridges, and we only get one choice of upgrade. That'll be fine. No, Sam. We shall not hold it. We just began it. Samurai Sam was here first. Lacey is bored is here as well. Monarch 968 is a fucking bot. Shame on you. Shame. Shame. Shame on the people who make Twitch bots. Shame on them. God. You stream pretty impressive, which... God, these fucking people. It's so much... it is so easy to hate so many people, and they all deserve it. People who make Twitch bots, people who make any bot, really. We're so far from our utopian Mass Effect future. Oh, God. Yes, our utopian Mass Effect future that ends in horrible, violent, bloody carnage, no matter which ending you choose, because there's horrible, violent, bloody carnage every step of the way getting there. But, you know, for a while there, if you can keep your head down and not get horribly butchered by the ravages of space capitalism, you're probably fine. The utopian future you're looking for is Star Trek, Goog. That has actual utopian space future for many people. Lacey is bored. We'll play Death by Daylight while suffering the effects of heat stroke. That seems bad. Don't get heat stroke, Lacey. That seems... It's suboptimal. Hydrate and be cool or whatever you need to do. We need to skin Jeff Bezos. I mean, I think it's probably a bad idea to literally call for that. And, you know, I don't see what skinning Jeff Bezos will accomplish for us. But at a certain point, you got to start trying stuff, don't you? We got this dark light blue over here. I don't know what we're going to do with it, so let's just do this, which is horrible. This horrendous deal right here. I could do with a traffic light, honestly. If I had a... Hey, look, traffic lights. Fucking brilliant. All right, you come off this way. Here. We'll do a PCTL right there. That TL, as you can see, is PC. You've got your cars coming in this way. They'll turn left with the light. Cars coming straight through here, they'll just go straight through it. And every once in a while, you'll get a car coming out this way that'll turn right against the light. So most of the time, the light remains green no matter what direction you're going. Occasionally, it does flip like that. And listen, it's a traffic light. It's going to slow down traffic a little bit, but it's not too bad. We've got us a purple over to here. Voop, voop, and voop. Don't get heat stroke and don't get caught skinning Jeff Bezos. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say don't skin Jeff Bezos, but well, actually, don't skin Jeff Bezos is kind of a good title for an episode. So, all right, fine. Don't skin Jeff Bezos. It's gross. This blue here has gone circular. Will take us a roundabout. Hello there, Mr. Roundabout. How much do we care about this blue having gone circular? Probably a little bit, right? Could make an argument that you just want to peel. Find a way to get this light blue all isolated and by itself early. But I think what we're going to do is be just totally and completely fine. At least for now, these four houses can support these two businesses with not much in the way of difficulty. Okay, you're going to get heat stroke in Florida from time to time. That still doesn't sound great, Lace. I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't sound great. This will go over here. We'll bulldoze that tree. Sorry about that tree. You know, I thought that with the emergence of this purple road, we would have one in exactly one day in Tokyo where we didn't have a big, long, rose gold colored road going over the top of the map, and it turns out I was silly. It turns out that was a silly ambition of mine. We will always have this one big, long, rose gold colored road going across the top of the map. It's just part of the fabric of reality or something. Speaking of the fabric of reality, I've got a motorway. I don't necessarily love the notion of motorwaying these two light blue houses to this business to peel this road off of this road and kill that traffic light. But I've heard, well, point is moot. Point is immediately moot. Never mind. I think we have something better to do with the traffic light. Here, you yourself over there. 4 of you up here, all the way over here. Motorway number 1 yourself into this yellow business. Thank you very much. And now let's see what we get next. We get 30 road tiles. Okay. It's a good time for them. We were down on road on account of having not much road. I could potentially motorway. Ooh. Oh, being outside in 98-degree weather for an hour and a half does not sound good, Lacey. It sounds bad. Reminds me of the time I went to Chicago and damn near got heat stroke at a White Sox game. That's a true fact about the _Goog. One time the _Goog was at a White Sox game and damn near got heat stroke because it was hot. And the Goog is stupid. So, let's see here. This yellow business is annoying. What are we going to do about that? We've got so much stuff happening. Hold on. So much stuff is happening with the stuff. Okay, you go over here. You come this way. Nope. One more. You do that. Now, we need dark blues to get over here. We need yellows to get over here. You know what? It's Saturday. Let's wait until Monday. If we wait until Monday, we'll figure out exactly what we have available to us. We'll pull these light blues into this. We'll get a better picture of the available the resources. We get a bridge. Okay. All right, fine. So, we need yellows to here. We need dark blues to here. And ideally, we'd do some other stuff. And I have 2 bridges. So I can't really... Let's see here. I kind of want... See, the problem is this. We've got this dark blue business here. I can't get these dark blues over here using just one bridge. Samurai Sam wants us to remember Horace Hogan. That's going to be quick. I can't get these dark blues over here using just one bridge. I can get there using 2 bridges. Because we bridge this and we come across this and we bridge that and we get here. But I only have 2 bridges. And if I use both of my bridges getting blues over to here, I have no remaining bridges to get yellows over here. However, I could do something exceedingly dumb. Such as, I could run motorway number 1 up to here, take care of this business. I can then bring all of these dark blues and this yellow together right here. So if these come down this way, boop, boop, and we just swing diagonally, sorry about that tree, this way. Yeah, keep going. You come here, and fuck me, dude. I'm out of road. Okay. I think you sort of see the plan. We need more road, though. We need this right away. What road can I reclaim? I think I can reclaim all of this because it's not presently being used by nothing. So if you go there and you go there, technically, that does mean that everything is saved, is connected. Now, are these businesses all doomed anyway? Maybe. Maybe, possibly. Okay. So this yellow business has not died. Good. This ridiculous... Look at this nightmare thing that I've created for myself here. Also, oh, by the way, this pink business is a circle. That's a problem. This pink business is a circle. That's a problem. This purple business is a circle. That's... Wait for it. Actually, kind of fine because we have 3 houses, but still in the long term, a problem. So... God. Horace Hogan. Horace Hogan, as you may have guessed, nephew of Hulk Hogan. He was, amazingly, a much worse wrestler than Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan, listen, Hulk Hogan had some good matches, and he was, in his youth, a fairly athletic man. Hulk Hogan was a bad wrestler. Horace Hogan was an abysmal wrestler. It is difficult. Sam, you know, you're a fairly athletic man. If you had the passion and you put in the work, I don't think you could be a much worse wrestler than Hulk Hogan. Maybe. Just the physical act of performing the thing is what I'm saying in that moment. When I say that Horace Hogan was a much worse wrestler than Hulk Hogan. Which is an impressive feat because Hulk Hogan was a bad wrestler. However, something that is much easier for a person to be is much less charismatic than Hulk Hogan. And listen, Hulk Hogan was a horrible shitbag whose existence made the world worse. You can give the man his credit when we're talking about his performance in his chosen profession. He was one of the more charismatic motherfuckers alive. Certainly benefited from luck and booking and Vince McMahon liking him and steroids and Donald Trump and all of that bullshit. But Hulk Hogan was a charismatic motherfucker. He could talk. He could cut a promo. He could get people invested in his stories and his matches and his whatnots. Horace Hogan could not. Horace Hogan was, in fact, one of the more boring individuals who has ever existed. A less compelling television performer rarely do you see. He was, in fact, a Nepo baby at a time when being a Nepo baby was actually bad for people. Did Hogan ever hawk Slim Jims? I think he must have. He must have. They had Randy Savage for a long time. You might be thinking of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah. But Hulk Hogan also, yeah. I would benefit from this bridge entering the water sooner, wouldn't I? Save with this. Dear God. Okay. Can I redraw this? This is a big, awful thing to have to redraw, but you're not wrong, Sam. If we were to just swoop down like that, that would actually accelerate this rather significantly. And then, having done that, we can bring this to a roundabout right here about. Sure. Hey, I have a question. Spotify, what the fuck is this? No, you don't get to skip the song. No, we're deleting this from the playlist. Now you can play your little jazzy Mario 64 music. Thank you. God. If it was a Rage jazzy Mario 64 music, we'd be fine. Everything would be A-okay, but it's not. God. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to have a roundabout come out this way. We're going to have pink, yellow, and dark blue. And by pink, I mean dark blue. All serviced here via this dude. Okay. Let's run this and get this road back. Thank you. It's a whole bunch of road pieces we just returned to our possession. And now, let's get some more. Well, first of all, let's hook this blue down here, because there's no reason not to. Next, let's grab these. Let's grab these pinks, swing them up this way, serve this business. That'll be fine. Sunflare Space is on a 10-stream watch streak. 10 streams in a row for Sunny. Thank you very much. What is up next? This purple business is getting a little dicey, but I think it might be okay. Might theoretically be okay. I don't love it, but you're kind of at zero dudes actually, buddy. I think we might need to supplement you just a skosh here. Have a supplement. Okay. So you've been supplemented. Next, we'll take these 4 beiges and we're gonna add them to here. I'm gonna redraw all of this beige to go that way. Okay. Toss some more beiges going this way. Get a little thing coming down here. All right. Here's a bunch more purple for the purple circle. You should ultimately be fine. Here's a pink business that needed a house. Here are pink houses for the roundabout. No, that's fine. We don't want you on that road, actually. You can spawn that way. The rest of you, no. Give me another bridge. Okay, fine. And now we have a problem because it wasn't actually a good idea. Wasn't actually a good thing. Cold pizza for breakfast is tremendous, Lacey. That is correct. So this purple business here is unfortunate because, well, it is. It just is. I don't know what else to tell you. We could do a roundabout here to get some purples on this, to come into this, to kill. No, there's no way. Well, actually, if you went like that, that would free up a... Wait. Swing this. Replace that. Let's have this. Let's have this. Let's... It's getting a little rat-wikey, Sam. I'm not going to lie. You're probably not wrong. That having been said, shut up. Let's kill this traffic light. Let's restructure these yellows such that they hit the water sooner and for longer to get down here. That then will invite these blues to get in this particular chopper coming this way. Yeah, you will do this awful thing. Boy, that sure is an awful thing. Yeah, you do that. And then these in turn. Everybody go. Get me that bridge back. Okay. All right. So now we have an enormous roundabout right about here, which funnels into an enormous roundabout down here that brings all of these off this way. So what we have is we have one big collection roundabout and then one big dispersal roundabout. Everybody collects here. They go beautifully, harmoniously through the throughway or whatever, and then they come back out here and get spit out into Shitland Town, and they get spit out into Shitland. Okay, this is perfect. 10 out of 10, no notes. I see no problem with this. I foresee no difficulties. Oh, God. All right. Hi there, beige house. You're a beige house. It's a beige house. Had to be done. Mandatory, in fact. Hi there, dark blue businesses. You're mad about stuff. Why would these dark blue businesses possibly be mad about stuff? What cause have they for anger? Oh, crap. All right. So behold the traffic slowing magic that is the roundabout. Yeah, these dark blues sure are extant and angered. It's about all that can be said for them. Oh, hi. Oh, you've spawned in a wonderful position. Listen, but I'm not even going to bother putting stuff in your direction until I know that this isn't shit, and bad news, it's shit. So, hi, cat. Cat, get out of there. 1,067 commuters is a bad score. It's not, good. Feels bad. Top 40% in the world. We've already been slammed. So, Sam only did 1735. Okay. All right. We feel ever so slightly better. I expected that number to start with a 4. So, still at the same time, we must drop our samurai slams in the chat if we have them. And let us bring in our very good friend, the Wordle. Hello, the Wordle. All right. Oh, dear God. Hold a moment. I'm going to delete some no longer relevant scenes from my OBS. Make it easier to navigate things. And what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of scenes from when we were playing Cyberpunk and Hades and things that used the webcam. Because, listen, body image is a bitch, okay? Anyway, let's bring this into this. The Wordle today is Olive. There's an I in it. We've learned that. Olive continues to be a much more useful opening word than I would have given it credit for. The Wordle today is Pinky. It could totally be Pinky, and if it's not Pinky, it might be Brain. Well, it can't be Brain. It isn't Pinky. It can't be Brain. Sad. We've learned very little, actually. The Wordle today is, no, it cannot be Igloo. Igloo would be an atrocious guess. Although, I suspect that having an igloo on your TV show would make for difficult conversation. They don't really have much to say. So, let's see here. the Wordle today. Speaking of guests and television shows, if you're a Dropout subscriber, which you probably should be, there's a lot of good stuff. The latest episode of Game Changer is fucking incredible. It's fucking incredible. What are we gonna do here? It's a good question. It's a very good question. I'm thinking the I is the fourth letter, but I don't know how we're gonna get there. It cannot be input. We already know there is no N and no P. It could be frail. No, it can't be frail. There's no L. It can't be grain because there's no N. It can't be Craig because that is a person's name and also a noun, apparently. Okay. Hey, Internet. I have a question. Let's just Google the definition of the word Craig. Craig is a Scottish word that means crag. It's just an alternate spelling of the word crag. So we've got a glowing piece of that radical rock of information. Radical rock of information. Decent title for the episode. Not as good as Don't Skin Jeff Bezos, and we've abandoned the SEO juicing algorithm enticing. Look at me, I have 3 different titles, and you get to pick one. No, we're not doing that. Sounds like work. Lord. What in hell is this letter word-wise? It could be, it can't be mania because there's no N. Ow. It could be mafia. It could absolutely be mafia. No? All right. Well, we figured out where the A goes. Dear Lord, this is like pulling teeth. It could be tacit? No, there's no C. There's no C, so it can't be tacit. We can't be Elmer Fudd hunting Wabbit because Wabbit has 6 letters. Could be habit. Could it be habit? Okay. All right. Well, we know there's a B somewhere. It can't be basic because there's no C. It can't be basid because that's not a word. Basis? It could be basis. Yeah. It could be basis. Oh, we got there in 6. Dear God. Thank you, Sonny. We got there. Finally. Horrendously. Let us now with the time guessing. This is Buto Carpitos and the Noldi of Zabazag. We've got Bodnar Dal Ferdinand Fodras and Zooks. Don't forget your Zooksmester. Okay. So we've got a bunch of nonsense that kind of Well, I'm sure it makes sense to people who speak whatever language this is. I am going to note two things. One, that sort of sounds like Russian, but it isn't in Cyrillic. And two, I think that might be a Polish flag. So what we're going to do is we're going to lean on one of our stupid old rules of thumb that says, if it sounds like Russian, but it's not in Cyrillic, it might be Polish. And we're going to say that we are in Warsaw, Poland in 1945. They're celebrating the end of WW2, the big one. So we are in Warsaw, Poland, in 1945. Was Budapest, Hungary, 1956? Close enough. Next. Hi there, scenic waterfront. What does your sign say, scenic waterfront? Your sign is in Greek. Okay. I can't read Greek, but I can recognize this weird funky E bullshit, and also this thing. So here's another linguistic rule of thumb from the _Goog. If you've got funky E bullshit and also this thing, it's all Greek to me. This bus is going to Mopoi and Neopets, which, okay. Listen, me from March of this year. God, I said that less than 3 months ago and I have no recollection of it, but it's true. It's true. That is one of the worst things you could put in a sandwich, especially if you intend to feed the sandwich to me. It would go badly for you. All right, so we are at some Grecian riverfront. Oh, hi. I actually recognize the flag of Greece, so I could have just identified these Greek flags rather than blithely insulting an entire language, but it's fine. We are in some waterfront in Greece in 1990? That feels broadly directionally sound with these things here. Yeah, sure, fine. All right. The fuck did Greece go? Greece is like here, right? Greece is like, yeah. We're at some weird waterfront in, we're gonna say Athens, Greece, in 1990. It was 1998, and we're on the other side of the Saronic Gulf. Okay, fine, whatever. We take those. Next. Hi there, fella I'm supposed to recognize but don't. And you're next to a fella who might be something Sarkozy of France? That might be something Sarkozy of France. I don't recognize this guy. He seems to be an important guy, given how jubilant our soccer friend motorcyclist here is. Our soccer fan motorcyclist is very happy to be touching this guy's hand. Which, okay. All right, so, given the general vibe here, this feels like Africa. Possibly even some French imperialist place. Now, unfortunately, there are a lot of flags here, and I don't recognize any of them, so that's good. That's good. I think I'm going to lean pretty heavily into my hunch that this gentleman here is something Sarkozy, who was the chief whoop-de-doo of France for a while there. So that would be like the 2010s he was in charge. Maybe I don't know, Côte d'Ivoire 2016? As possible, conceivable. Côte d'Ivoire 2016, Guyana 2012. I don't know. Listen, I will now draw a circle which encompasses the parts of Africa which have been directly impacted by French imperialism. Oh, look. It's a big circle that possibly excludes Ethiopia. I know Ethiopia takes pride in never having properly been conquered or nothing, but you've still been impacted. Fuck it. I've been impacted by French imperialism if I think about it long enough. Anyway, we are in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. Sure. That's the most aggressively French imperialistic of all of the French imperialisms. We are in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire in 2012. This is is Senegal 2007, but I was right that this is what's his futt Sarkozy, because I forgot his name is Nick. So this is Nick Sarkozy, and it was French imperialist Africa times. That's fine. We broadly speaking are in the ballpark. Next, Imperial whiskey. Man, listen, I have both Fresca and whiskey in my home, which means I could make my favorite stupid easy highball. And I haven't yet. I might need to fix that at some point. On the other hand, I have to work today. All right. So this leads in Michigan. That's presumably good. Lends credence to an early hypothesis that we're in Michigan, somewhere near U.S. Highway number 10, actually. All right. So this is the Gregory Meyer and Tomco. Fine. They're office outfitters, don't you know? They'll outfit your office. Because, everybody's got offices that need outfitting, I guess. I don't know, man. That's the Cadillac Square building, which leads me to believe that we might be in a place known as Cadillac Square, which would also be a thing you would find in Michigan. So we are in probably just Detroit, Michigan. That stands to reason. We are in Detroit, Michigan in 1952? Yeah, let's say 1952. Let's find us a Detroit. All right. So we go to Michigan. We go to the LP. We hit us up with a Detroit. And hey, look, US 10. Right here in Detroit. What are the odds of that? All right. We are, let's say there, because there's a sign that says you got to get to US 10, so it's over that away. We are in Detroit, Michigan in 1952. It was 1942, and also, yes, indeed, there is a place in Detroit called Cadillac Square. We take that. Next. Oh, God. All right. We've got us a candlelight vigil. Hi there, candle folks. We've also got masked candle folks. Interesting. These masked candle folks are, that could be a dead giveaway, actually. Could just be Hong Kong Airport over there. So, yeah, that might be exceedingly helpful. It also goes with the vibe here of the Chinese caricatures and not caricatures, but characters and Englishes and all right, fine. So Sam presumably scored more than 37,000 points, so I can't possibly defeat him here. Let's see here. We are. I feel like there was I have vague recollections of some horrible tragedy befalling the people of Hong Kong in the not too distance, which I might or might not actually properly remember. I probably don't actually properly remember. So, let's see. Never forget, never forgive. Motherfucker, is that 9/11? Probably not. Definitely not. So, So something bad happened in Hong Kong. Folks are mad. They're tape over the logos on my pamphlet mad. Do you realize how bad a person has to be to tape over the logos on their pamphlet? That person is mad. Or sad. They are attending a candlelight vigil after all. Those emotions tend to be prevalent. All right. Man, I don't know. We are in the most Hongish of Kongs in 20... I was going to say 20, and then I saw this rig. What is up with this rig? You got a fucking jib arm holding your phone. Okay. It's an impressive rig. We are in Hong Kong in 2020. Sure. All right. Let's go to Hong Kong. Let's find the airport. Hey, look, the airport. We are somewhere near the airport in Hong Kong. No, that doesn't make sense. The airport's over here, and the Hong Kong airport is over here, but the Hong Kong throng is typically here. So we're going throngy. We are in Hong Kong in 2020. That is, the 31st anniversary of Tiananmen Square. Okay, fine. Sure. I suppose that's a reason for vigils and whatnot. Also, we're in Hong Kong in 2020, so good job, Goog. Final score, 37-46. Seems decent if you ignore the big, long, dashity lines and the 10-plus year time misses, of which there were many. Anyway, for today's game of StatPad, we need walks by batters in the AL Central in 2015, a Red Sox hitter over the past 25 years with less than 30 dingers, a Royals hitter with the same restrictions, a Major League Baseball first baseman this very year, and an NL Central dude in 2015. All right. An AL Central hitter in 2015. 2015, you got Miguel Cabrera just starting to decline, basically peak of his powers. I know he wasn't like the super amazing walks guy, but he was a really fucking scary hitter that teams would just fucking not pitch to. I feel like the layup answer here is Miguel Cabrera. And he might not be tippity top of the charts, but he's going to be up there unless he was hurt or something. It's Miguel Cabrera, 77 walks, 98th percentile. Dear sweet mother of God, Carlos Santana. All right, here's the deal. Miguel Cabrera was a dude that people didn't want to pitch to. Carlos Santana was a dude who worked him some fucking walks. Good job, Carlos Santana. My God. We need a Red Sox hitter who had fewer than 30 dingers, but had a bunch of walks. And the question thus becomes, which Kevin Youkilis season do we think this is? And I think it's got to be either 2008 or 2009. And I'm going to say the reason for this is 2010, the Red Sox were terrible. So 2004, Uke was basically a rookie. Yeah, 2004 was his rookie year. 2005, he was trying to earn playing time. 2006, the Red Sox were terrible. 2007, it could be, but I think he got... I don't think he really broke out until 2008 or 2009. So it's going to be one of those. And then 2010 was... Yeah, 2010 was the year they signed Adrian Beltre, and Uke played first. And I don't recall Uke being horrible or anything, but the 2010 Red Sox were very bad. And then what the Red Sox should have done was re-sign Adrian Beltre and trade Kevin Youkilis once they traded for Adrian Gonzalez. Instead, for 2011, they tried to move Kevin Youkilis back to third base, and 2011 Kevin Youkilis could not fucking play third base. That went bad. And the 2011 season went bad, and then the 2012 Red Sox were awful, and then Uke was gone, and he became a Yankee, and he was, 2013 he was with the Yankees, and 2014 he was out of baseball. So, oh, God, man, 89 wins and missing the playoffs. Good Lord. I mean, he declined he had, like, old player skills from the beginning. Like, he was all about working counts and drawing his walks, and yeah, he had some power. You know, he might have had a 30 homer season, maybe, but I don't think so. I think at his peak, he was like a 20 homer guy. But what he was a 20 homer guy who would hit a bunch of doubles and also grind a walk like a motherfucker. And he wasn't actually very athletic or fast or nothing. And once he lost just a little bit of bat speed and a little bit of athleticism, he was suddenly like a mid-level hitter who could play an okay first base. And then he kept declining from there, and he was basically unplayable. Anyway, so the question is, do I want 2008 Youkilis or 2009 Youkilis? And, well, I mean, it could be 2007. We're going to say 2008 Kevin Youkilis. We're going to say 2008 Kevin Youkilis. And we're going to be wrong. 62 walks, 84th percentile. The answer was 2006 Kevin Youkilis. Or Mookie Betts, or Mark Bellhorn. God, I underrate 2004 Mark Bellhorn. Or one random Dustin Pedroia year. Okay, fine. 2026 first baseman. The answer is Murakami, isn't it? Because, like, I just saw a graphic in a Discord server the other day about first baseman and war. Like, Major League Baseball first baseman and how they're not being very, good this year. Some of them are. Matt Olson's having a great year. Maybe it's Matt Olson. It could be Matt Olson. I think it's Murakami. I think he's drawing, like... Well, he's mostly a dingers and strikeouts guy, though. Is he a bunch of walks guy? I know he's a 3-2 true outcome, but he's mostly just a 2 true outcome, isn't he? He's dingers and Ks more than walks, but he is having a good year. It could be Matt Olson. It could be Murakami. It could be Freddie Freeman. I saw that Vinny Pasquantino's having a terrible year. I saw that William Contreras is having a good year. Good for him. We're going to say Munetaka Murakami. That guy right there. 44 walks. Damn near tippity top of the charts. Nick Kurtz is the leader. Okay, fine. Whatever. Matt Olson, nowhere to be seen. He's slugging the shit out of the ball, apparently. We need walks by a Royal with under 30 dingers. All right. Well, I mean, Mike Sweeney was a patient hitter, wasn't he? He was also a dingers guy, but, Carlos Beltran was pretty take your walkie about stuff. Could be Vinny Pasquantino, actually. But no, he doesn't. No, I don't know. How do we feel about early career Carlos Beltran? Like we take a look here. What do we say? 2003 Carlos Beltran? It could be 2003 Carlos Beltran. 2003 Carlos Beltran, 72 walks. Good job, Goog. Also, hey, look, Carlos Santana's back. 10 years. Not quite 10 years. 6 years after he had 108 walks, He had 86 walks. Good season, Carlos Santana. All right. We need a dude in the NL Central in 2015. And unfortunately, I don't believe Carlos Santana is here. I do, however, believe that Joey Votto is here. I think Joey Votto is just a layup, right? Like, we could really analyze this and try to remember who had, like, was Prince Fielder still a Brewer in 2015? The answer is probably no. Is the ghost of Lance Berkman inhabiting some rando on the Cardinals? Maybe. Or I could just say Joey Votto. We could just say Joey Votto. Why don't we just say Joey Votto? I feel pretty good about just saying Joey Votto. 143 walks, top of the charts by a mile. Well done, Goog. Huzzah, huzzah, hooray for me. We got a top of the charts. We got 3 Blues, and we got Kevin Youkilis having a not amazing season. I'm going to go to a different window here, and we're going to see how many Kevin Youkilis seasons I missed that by. How many of those? Because, like, Yuke's his whole thing from the time he was in the minors was that he was the Greek god of walks. You know what? 62 walks in 2008 is like, okay, it's the 5th most of his career. 2007, 2009, he had 77 both years. And then he had 91 in 2006. Okay, fine. And yeah, he was, dude was fucking amazing through 2011. And 2011, Kevin Youkilis actually had a pretty damn good season if you ignore the fact that he couldn't fucking play third base. But, yeah, he was rapid decline times. Oh, did he rapidly decline? 2011, Kevin Youkilis had a 123 OPS plus. 2013, he had an 80 OPS plus and was out of baseball. Like, Kevin Youkilis retired in time to have a career 124 OPS plus. Good job, Kevin Youkilis. You saw the writing on the wall and got the fuck out. Good job, Uke. And he went off to Japan. Well, good for you, Youkilis. All right, folks, this is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Moto. What in God's name is this clangy, piano-y, Star Wars-y bullshit? No, unacceptable. We'll listen to something else tomorrow on another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, thank you all so very much for being here. This is the end screen. Goodbye. Oh, wait, also there's no actual Gimmimimim tomorrow. I have to go to Albany. But maybe UFO 50 later tonight. Bye!